now understands if she's ever going to live on what's left, that her and the prophet must remember the legacy that's left. My question is tonight, dear friends, I'm almost done. What type of legacy are you leaving? If God takes you tonight, what legacy are you leaving? If God snatches you tonight, what legacy are you leaving? Are they going to remember you to be someone who only spoke your mind when it benefited you? Will they remember you to be a person who always kept a mess and confusion and roll your eyes at people? Or will they remember a legacy from a person who loved God with their heart? What legacy will you leave tonight? This woman says, my husband, he's dead and gone, but he was a good man, and he feared who God was. If we're going to live on what's left, that's my long introduction. I'm sorry, I got a real short sermon. I might as well stretch the introduction out. Here's my sermon in a sentence, my sermon in a nutshell. Here's what she really has to do. Number one, you're going to live on what's left. You got to remember the legacy that's left. But secondly, here's my favorite point. You have to utilize the unusual. You got to utilize the unusual. I'm in verses 3 and 4, just in case you can close your Bible. Here's what the story tells us. Elisha tells this woman to do, hear me, the very thing that got her into debt in the first place. He says, hey, what you got in your house? She says, I ain't got nothing. The men are going to come. They're going to take my babies. And my babies are going to be slaves because I'm in debt. I don't know what to do. And he says, what you got in your house? She says, I ain't got nothing but a small pot of oil. I'm going to get to that in a minute. She says, I ain't got nothing but a small pot of oil. That's all I have. That's all your servant has. And Elisha says, all right, this is what I want you to do. Go borrow some pots. Can you imagine how this widow is looking at Elisha? She is looking at him strange because she said, that's the reason I'm in the mess I'm in the first place, because I borrowed something that I couldn't give it back. Now you want to tell me to go borrow some other stuff when my business is already in the community for being a woman who borrowed stuff and couldn't pay it back.